Angelie, welcome to the program.
Well, thank you for having me.
No problem. So, how'd you get into theater?
Well, actually, my sister got me into theater.
Your sister?
Yes.
Yeah, really? Well, we haven't seen her except for this time when you dragged her in.
I finally dragged her in after a whole year.
Yeah.
But actually, she was the one that got interested in theater first.
Yeah.
She kept researching it and looking it up, and she was like, "Hey, there's this place called Stage Right.
Yeah.
You know, you should go check it out." And I finally dragged her in after a whole year.
Yeah, but you've been doing that long before that.
Oh yeah, I did it. I started with Singing in the Rain last year.
Yeah.
It's actually been a whole year.
Man, it goes fast, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So you've done this stuff at school too, right?
Not. I had like one show in junior high, but it was bad because we only had one production day.
Yeah.
And
one?
Yeah, because I don't know. We only had one day, and on that day, none of the main characters knew their lines except for me. It was terrible, and the whole last scene was improvised. The entire.
Did they tell you this was improv? You know, there is a style of theater where you do just. Well, I don't know about the lines so much, but there's no blocking per se. It's
really.
They would call it organic, and each night it can change.
Gosh.
And they're like, that's awful for the tech crew because they want to know what the heck are you doing.
Yes. Like there's no like line cues or wow.
Well, there might be line cues, but. I mean, like, let's say that one night you might decide to be over here downstage right, and the next night you might decide to be downstage left. Well, there's a spot or something like that. Yeah, then the tech crew has kind of figured that out. That's kind of weird. Anyway, but it is a style. Anyway, I don't think that's what you guys were going for, though, right?
No. It was terrible. I think our teacher was really frazzled, but she was like, we never even went through the whole show. And during practices and stuff, we never even went through the whole thing.
Now, this wasn't for UIL by any chance, right?
No,
just doing something. Yeah, whatever.
No, it was just for school. We had like a program or something. It was bad.
So mostly you've been doing stuff backstage. Don't you want to be in the front of the stage? And you know.
I like being in front of the stage, but plus it's a longer commitment, and I can't drive yet. Okay. And I'm in school, and it's really hard on my family and stuff. Sure. But I actually really like backstage. Like, I know I did Shrek. I was on stage. Yeah. I really missed backstage.
Really? That's wild.
Yeah, I know. I know everybody, like, a lot of people prefer the stage and stuff.
Course,
and I love being on stage, but I love being backstage, too.
You're making things happen or not.
Yeah, there's so many more inside jokes, too.
Yes, there are. The show, and then there's a show behind the show.
Exactly.
And you get to be a pretty good group, too. Yeah,
We're pretty tight. We got like group names and everything. It's great.
That's right. So how did you suck your sister back into doing this?
I don't even know. I think the only reason that I was allowed to help out with the show is if I had a ride. So I begged and begged my sister to come and, you know, like, help out with the show, so then that she could take me.
And now you got a ride.
And then she got hooked. Like, the first few days, she was like, I don't know, because she's not big on, like, social and stuff. But afterwards, she was like, like, she was more into it than I was at one point.
Jill probably helped, too, because Jill's cool.
She and Jill are so tight. Like, I felt like I was being replaced.
You know, that's what happens when you have three, you know?
I
Two
know.
is great,
they
but three is
connect
kind of
so much. They connect
weird,
so well. They're both, like, nerds, like, super nerds.
Well, that's great. You got a friend. You got her involved. That's
true.
Excellent.
It's fun.
So what do you want to do next?
Like show-wise?
Show-wise, whatever, yeah.
Show-wise, I don't know. I keep looking at, like, ahead, you know? And I really want to do stage managing. I want to get into that, but, like, with school and stuff, it's hard to work out a schedule and stuff. But I'm definitely going to audition for Legally Blonde. Yeah. So that'll be fun. I'm excited about that.
It'll be a fun show, yeah. Absolutely. So what is it about stage management? You like the power? You like control? What is it? You like the organization? What is it?
The organization. I'm like partially OCD, and I love being in charge of stuff, and I can organize it.
And you do have to do that for stage management.
I know, and like I know my sister and we talk about a lot of people like don't even have that mind. They can't do that. No,
it's different, yeah.
But like I think I do. I'm not sure.
Excellent.
But I really want to do that.
That's one way to prove yourself, right? You just do it, you know? Absolutely. Well, Jill didn't even do it for like Singing in the Rain was her first show, I think.
Yeah, no, Singing in the Rain was her first show as stage manager.
Yes.
She loves telling that story. She's like, I was at work and somebody called me and they were like, so, do you want to be stage manager? And she's like, okay.
Just like that?
Yeah, and then she said like after the first show, she was like, what did I just agree to?
No, that's a lot of fun. When you're not doing theater, what do you like to do?
Oh, I like to do everything. I love anything to do with the arts and
really?
Art.
Like what?
Like I love to write. I love to sing. I'm not a dancer because I don't do like dance classes or anything, but I love like even an art class. Like I come to art after school and I do tons of art, just like painting, sculpting, whatever I can do really.
So what is it about art that fires you?
I don't know. I mean, like I've always tried to like write about it, you know, but like I think it's just like it's an expression, you know.
Yes.
That's not exactly like a unique take on it. But it's a really good way to express yourself and to I love being creative, you know, like I love making things and I don't know, I just like art.
Well, we had that, was it art walk, whatever, this weekend, and we didn't even know you were doing it. Yeah. It was really cool. We would like
Did you go see?
Yes, we did. We went to see them all.
Awesome.
It was a lot of fun. I didn't even know what was going on. Well, I knew that something was going on this weekend. I just didn't know what, because we'd go to the stores and it'd be something about art bloom, and I'm like, what the heck is that? And different stores that have different displays and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know. My art teacher is in charge of that event, and she's got a hard time with like technology and stuff, so she couldn't advertise it very well. So
she did fine.
But I think
people
great.
worked right out. So
it was amazing. We had so many people just walk up and they were like, "Hey, what's this?" It was cool. I got third place.
Cool.
I was excited. That was really fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in Conroe that I don't really know about, but I'm like,
well,
hey.
I think there's going to be more and more, and that's a good thing, because we want it to be a place for people to come, right? To think about, like, hey, let's just go to downtown Conroe. I mean, right now, that's not usually what you think about. Let's go have some fun. Let's go to downtown Conroe.
I just want to go do stuff, you know?
Right, yeah.
And I live like 2 minutes away, so I could totally could just come and like do stuff all the time. It'd be awesome. Yeah.
So you get there. What is it about writing that you really like?
Writing. I don't know. I've always written things like since I was like in second grade, I wrote songs and then I moved on to poetry and then I moved on to fiction or, I'm always trying to like write down stuff. I don't know. I'm not going crazy. I mean, like I'm not like forgetting things. Right. I love writing stuff. I love like, I don't know. I think it's a form of art that like a lot of people don't see as art. Yes. You know, because I mean, like there are essay competitions and stuff with art and stuff, but people don't really see it as art. Right. And to me, it is art. Like words are the most beautiful thing to me, which is weird, I guess, to most people. Well, I guess it is. It's a different palette, right? Your palette of words as opposed to different colors and paints and stuff like that. Right. I know, like my friends and I, this is the nerdiest thing ever. We text each other philosophical questions. For fun. So, like, I have like a lists and lists of philosophical questions saved on my phone. Right. And we ask each other things. So one time we asked each other, what was the most important thing to you? Yeah. And I said words. Right. I don't know why. I love words. Words are amazing. They're powerful. Yes, and they do so much. And way underused in our society. Yes. I know, like, at least in terms of choice of words, let's put it that way. That's true, yeah. That is cool. Have you had a chance to travel anywhere and get into that, or especially if you're into art, then you'd get to like, see places. I know, like Tina likes to do the photography and go different places. I know she's trying to get me on a camping trip with her. You need to go, it'd be a great experience. I like the idea of traveling. I haven't really done it much. Like I don't know if I'm like a good traveler, or if I'll freak out the whole time, or I don't know. Well, I don't know. I mean, let's back to comfort. Okay, so when you want to comfort yourself, what do? Do you eat food? Do you write something? Do you paint something? How do you comfort yourself? Let's say you're sad. You're down for some reason. What do you do? When I'm sad, I probably... You sing? What do you do? I don't know. It depends. Like when I'm alone and I'm like just kind of like depressed or something, I'll probably like draw something, or I'll like sit down. I'll have a nice book. Right. You know, because I need to catch up on reading all the time. I don't, because like everybody's always telling me, you should read this book, you should read that book. Right. And I never have time to, but I always I always have it in the back of my head. But I read or I write, and a lot of times I probably, if I have it in the house, I eat Indian food. Ooh, you're into Indian food. Yes, well my dad's from India, so I grew up with authentic Indian food. Ooh. Yeah. So where does he shop to get his spices and stuff? We go to the Indian store. It's in like Spring. There's one in Spring. That's the only one I know about. Okay. But it's like just for Indian, you know. Because there is one along 45 where there's the restaurant, but they also own the store. Yeah. Yeah. That's the one? They have pretty good stuff. And we buy our spices there. Really? Because you can buy like huge quantities of spices, which of course you use in Indian food. Yeah. But really cheap and really good. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. He probably knows about it. It's just he doesn't go there. It's too far. He lives like 3 hours away now, so.
3 hours? Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So that's where we would go. And we make special runs for that. So I'll ask
That's awesome.
do we need these, we need garlic? Do we need whatever, cumin or whatever? And then we'd buy these huge quantities of stuff. Because, in Indian cooking, you do use a lot of spices.
I know. My dad, drowns the food.
Yes.
Like, it changes color.
Yes.
You know it's ready.
Yeah, it's ready. Okay, it's good. So, that's wild. You ever want to go to India?
Yes, I know my dad, because I don't live with him, but he's always promised me, when you get to this age, I'll take you to India. Yeah. And he always told me when I turned 8, he would take me to India, and he never did. And I'm
it
really
is a long
sad.
trip, but you'll get there.
But it's not fair. My whole family's been to India. My sister's been to India
Wait a minute,
twice.
everybody's been, but you haven't been.
I've never been.
Yeah,
it's not fair.
Maybe that's a high school graduation present or something.
Maybe. I don't know. But they always talk about, they're like, hey, you remember when we went to India and we did this? I'm like, no.
Because I wasn't there. Do you remember that? Yeah.
It's not fair.
Oh, that's wild. No, I think you like because they'd also give you a lot of different things to write about if you're really into writing. Mm-hmm. Right? It's those experiences and.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I know my grandma always tells me to write about the stuff my dad has seen and all that. Because my dad's been everywhere. He's done everything.
Right.
But I don't know about it much. So.
Right. So, when you write, what particular style? I mean, is it a particular genre or that you're into?
Honestly, I'm in the middle of writing a fictional book. Mm-hmm. I would like to say I'm going to get it published, which I probably will one day.
Easy enough to do now. I mean,
but
it's a lot easier than it used to be.
Yeah, but I hate typing.
What?
I don't know why. That's the one thing that's holding me back from finishing this book is because I hate typing so much.
Right.
I won't type it up.
All right.
But I have it written. I have the whole book.
You can write it. You just don't want to type it.
Yeah, I have the whole book written out, but I can't type it up. But I mean, so that's kind of put on hold. That's my fiction. I love writing fiction because it's you get to create this whole story. You get to create characters and all that kind of stuff. But actually, the past 3 years, I've had a poetry high.
Yes.
Kind of I've just been writing poetry all the time. Mm-hmm. Poetry, I think songs are poetry to me.
Yes.
So I like writing songs and stuff like that. So that's really fun. I don't know. I just love writing stuff.
So wait, so when you write the song, you're just doing the lyrics, or do you also do the music as well?
I don't know how to play an instrument, so I don't.
But you must have some in your mind.
Yeah, in my head. Well, sometimes I'll get a beat down or something, and I know how I want to sing it. So then I record it on my phone or something.
Right.
And I record it and I keep it there. So I know how to sing it, but I don't know how to have an instrument with it or something.
Right.
So most of them are a cappella type things.
Yeah, but still you have an idea in terms of mood because the tempo can set mood and stuff like that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I know. And they have that app called Acapella. Have you ever heard of that?
No. What is this?
Oh no, it's so cool. Okay, so you can pick how many little squares you want. And you record the song in that square, you click on it, and you record the song, and then you can record another part of it, and they play simultaneously.
Right.
But you can harmonize with yourself and do those different things that.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
It's really fun. That's how I recorded a lot of my songs.
Right.
And it's really cool because when you have multiple voices, a certain amount of voices, it makes it gives it this creepy tune or something.
Yes.
I don't know. It's really weird, but I have one song that's really creepy. It's supposed to have a creepy feel to it.
Right.
And I show it to my friends and they're like, oh my gosh, I got chills listening to it.
Hey, we were talking about that you got into ghost stories, and I think that's fascinating too, because I'm not normally into getting scared, but I know that when you travel, there are the places they have, you can pick up on ghost tales or that kind of stuff. And it's mostly just really about storytelling, right? Mm-hmm. Really? What is it about the ghost stories that interests you, or what makes a good ghost story to you?
I think it's just being scared. It's that nice adrenaline rush for me at least.
Really? Yeah.
I love being scared, even though I'm the biggest scaredy cat ever.
So do you do roller coasters and that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Or bungee jumping?
Yeah,
really? Just for that feeling?
Okay, that kind of stuff. It takes me an hour to get the courage to actually say I'm gonna do it.
Right.
I have to fight every step of the way to actually get myself to do it. But I know once I do it, I'll love it. But every single time, at camp, at school, we go every year.
Right.
And every year for the zip line, it takes me an hour to tell myself I'm gonna go up there.
Right.
And most of the times I back down.
Right.
But every time I do it, I know I love it. It's the best thing ever. But every single time without fail, I'm terrified.
Right.
I don't know why though.
Oh man. So do you think it's why people like the kind of ghost stories? It's the thrill?
I guess. I mean, a lot of people like it because of the thrill, you feel rush and you love it after that. You're like, whoa, know, and you laugh about it or whatever. Right. But some people, I don't know, some people might not like it for that. Some people, they like the story or they think the concept is really interesting. Mm-hmm. I don't know, but it's cool. I know my mom and I are horror movie buddies.
Really?
Yeah, but I'm not old enough to watch a lot of them yet. But like someday we're gonna go watch all of them.
Yeah. Now it's interesting. You know, there's horror, which is a lot of the slash and gore kind of stuff, but then there's also suspense.
I like suspense actually.
Right.
I love being scared, even though I'm scared like all the time of everything, like spiders. Like I'm terrified of everything. Ditto. And like my sister's scaring me all the time. Like she'll jump.
Oh, really?
And I jump and I freak out. And she's like, "How do you handle horror movies?" I'm like, "I don't. I freak out the entire time."
Oh, God. You know, I remember a friend decided he wanted to show me Alien, and of course, you know, every movie has its own shtick or whatever you want to that the big. And of course, the big thing in the Alien, of course, is the alien popping out of the tummy, right?
I didn't really think
and you never know what's going to happen, but it happens. So you know, and every movie has their own slightly different take on that. So, all the movies that you've seen, which one's your favorite so far?
I don't know. Most of the ones I've seen are really cheesy, like The Conjuring. Okay, I watched The Conjuring.
Yeah.
That is like a really cheesy movie to me, and a lot of people are scared of it.
Right.
And I guess it was scary in some parts, but it just seemed kind of cheesy. I don't know. And like Alien, I haven't seen the whole thing, but I saw parts, and it looks cheesy. I don't know why. I'll probably go home and watch it and be terrified. Yeah.
There it goes. When you go to college, what do you want to study?
I want to be an English professor.
Really?
I like the idea of just...
So back to the words?
Back to the words. I love English. I love that, like, even just English class at school and stuff. I love it. I'm not like the perfect expert student or anything, but I love it. It's so fun. Like, every aspect of it, too. Because, you know, some people, they don't like grammar, where you have to, like, study verbs and all that kind of stuff. I even like that.
Wow. So.
It's all, like, all of it. It's just really fun.
It's cool. So, do you know other languages, or...
No, my dad knows 5 languages, which I found out recently, and I got upset because I was like, why didn't you teach me that, you know? But I like French. I think it's really a pretty language. I would probably study one when I got older, like a language when I got older, but it seems like a big commitment even, you know, because you have to really like dedicate yourself to like learning it and remembering it, and I don't know. To me, it seems like a big thing.
Yeah, it probably helps to have friends that can speak as well, so that you can keep it keep it going. Otherwise, you'll lose it. Like anything else.
That's true.
All right, we're going to ask what we've been asking everyone else. If heaven exists, what do you want God to say when you get to the pearly gates?
Deep question, actually.
Is that a philosophical question?
Yes,
I think okay. What are you going to say? Do you want to give you a hug, or say like, hey, guess what? We got a show you if you want to do that. Or, look, I really need somebody to write this up.
By the time I get there. No, I'll have done it all by the time I get there, I hope.
Or he says, I'm looking for a really good story. Tell me a good story. And
I'll tell him what I did for him in this life.
Excellent. Angelie, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you.